All right, so sheet A has for pizza sake is red. That's good. Good job. Let's see. Sheet B also has freeze frame is red. That's correct. Sheet C is. I can't tell what color you're throwing.
It's red. Jimmy's got red. Oh, wait, on A. That was A.
All right, we already went over A and B. We're going to C and D now. Come on.
C
Stick up. Keep up.
I'm working on it.
So Nicole's team, which is Cherry Bombs, is red. That's correct also. And then you said the other one's correct also. Cool. Everybody has picked the correct colors for the stream. Good job, everybody. Welcome back. We are here for the C event quarterfinals. These lucky teams, if they win, get to play 2 games tomorrow. Very exciting, I think. I assume, yeah. Yeah, 2 games tomorrow. 9 and noon.
All right. Full weekend of curling.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we played a C event slog a couple weeks ago. That was 3 games on Saturday, but these guys get 3 games on Saturday/Sunday. So once again, we have 2 streams going on. We have sheets B and C on one stream and A and D on the other stream. Assuming that Paul knows what he's doing, he has everything correct. Good job. Except the scores are all wrong there. That's not right. Oh, that's the telestrator. Yeah. That's better. All right, so my name is Brian Dauernheim. I'm alongside Lauren Luthi.
Good evening.
Hi, Lauren. And Paul Luthi.
Yo.
Were you muted?
We're keeping Paul muted.
Oh.
He's just the operator.
Oh, I see.
He's gonna do the telestrator. We'll bring him in for the special telestrator shots.
Take around the rings with Paul.
Yeah. He's gonna draw up all the arrows and the fingers and all that good stuff.
What sheet are we starting with?
I mean, I'm focusing on the one that's in front of me, which is B. So let's see. I was just bringing up actually the teams. So sheet B is Freeze Frame, which is a team from Chesapeake. I recognize Rick Boulala as their lead. He's been around a long time. Played against him a bunch of times. Against Team Fallon, who is from Bucks County. So Philly versus the Eastern Shore of Maryland. No guards in play, just 2 yellows currently sitting 1 and 2. I would tell you how these teams got to this situation, but I don't really know. They at least won a game at some point during the Bonspiel.
At least one game. This is all the C event, right?
Yeah, so this is like the ninth through 16th
Got it.
ranked teams, so to speak. The A event is 1 through 4, and the B event is 5 through 8.
Awesome.
So the C event is the one that gets 9 through 16 and gets the extra game as a reward. I use that term loosely.
Thinking positive here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Extra game reward.
More games, yeah.
Yeah.
So Team Fallon right now sitting 3. But again, no guards in play. But as our friend Steven Enixon found out, once you start getting enough of your rocks in the house, it's hard for the other team to not hit one of yours out. I think we had a similar situation on Wednesday. Paul wasn't here for our Capital League team, where I didn't know where to put the rock that was any good, that didn't set up either a hit and roll or a double or whatever. So finally I decided that we just needed to make the shot that would be best for the other team before they did.
Okay. Sure.
I don't think we made it, but it was the call.
Tried.
It was the call.
Sure.
The thought that counts.
Exactly.
So much like that. Freeze frame was trying to freeze to a rock and would just chipped away. Went too heavy, a little bit heavy.
Yeah.
So now,
slid right through.
Like I said, the yellows are already pretty well spread out. So at some point you are going to put them close enough together to make some sort of double. Or not. Nope. It's just going to be a guard. So it's still the same shot. Or, oh, interesting.
No, they're drawing behind it this
time.
switching
Gears now. You can get one behind the guard that they just accidentally threw. Pretty good situation.
It's a little speedy.
Oh, yeah. Not finding quite enough curl on that line yet.
Lots of rocks in play here, though. Lots of yellow rocks here in play.
And there's 2 reds in there, too, but
yeah.
not counting for anything, unfortunately, for them. The team photo for Team Fallon was all of them with ginormous water bottles.
Oh, lovely.
One of them had a full-on gallon size.
Oh, my goodness.
And the other ones just had, like, their 32-ounce type water bottles. It was team hydration is what I'm calling them.
Yeah.
Stay hydrated, my friends. That one also, I don't know, sometimes when the other team throws it so heavy, you over-adjust and throw it way short. Seems like that may have been the situation there. First end, still trying to figure out the ice. But now 2 guards to try to mess around with here for freeze frame, get something underneath. Sheet C is similarly spread out on the wings for cherry bombs. That one also needs to stop for freeze frame. Wow.
Just
6 rocks in the house and still 3 yellows counting.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to try this draw one more time. Somebody's going to make it. Just not on this rock.
Tap it far enough. No,
right.
Not quite. They had to take a different turn that time because of where the guards ended up. The draw is still there. It's just now they're going on different lines, which is confusing to try to figure out what the weight's going to be. Even when you throw the same line two draws in a row, the ice can be confusing sometimes just because you think it's going to be the same, and then you throw it the same weight, and it ends up being heavier because you already wore down that path a little bit.
Yeah, especially early on.
As
it's like really changing a lot.
TSN friends in Canada like to say, the ice is a living, breathing thing. It changes.
I think I'm glad it's not a living,
it's
breathing
not
thing.
Yeah, that would be
I'm pretty sure it would
terrifying.
eat all of us. Yeah.
I think that's probably why I tripped over some of those,
Oh, because it is a living, breathing thing.
Yeah, I definitely tripped because it was
Jumped
not
up
because
at
I'm clumsy.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be that.
No.
No.
because the ice was mad at me.
All right. Try the draw again. Part 4.
Yeah. That one's
Return
also
of
looking a
the
little light.
vengeance of the ice.
Nope. A little light again. So that's what I was saying. The line had not been worn down on that side yet, so it was a little heavier. You had to throw it a little heavier to get through. So now Team Fallon trying to figure out where that draw path is to get another one in. They have, how many rocks do they have left there, Lauren? You can see.
2. This is the first skips rock.
First skip rock for Fallon. So
Yeah, they have hammer.
2 for Fallon and 1 for freeze frame left, right?
Yes, yeah.
They didn't hang the hammer symbol up yet, so.
They did not. They didn't do that.
Did
But
we
that's
get all
okay.
the hammer symbols back? We were missing a hammer symbol yesterday.
Ooh.
Paul remembers. They
Mystery
got all of them
of
back?
the-
Okay.
I think so. I can't quite tell on C. I can see the rest. All right, so this looks like they're going to try to draw one to the wing now.
Yeah, it looked like he was going way out wide, which is
Yeah.
always a tricky spot. This is not necessarily easier, but perhaps a path that maybe they can, if they're heavy, they can use their yellows in the middle,
Yeah, push something up.
which it appears like they might be doing. Just trying to go for weight all the way here. And again, not quite getting there. So one more chance for freeze frame to get one. I feel like this is one where maybe you throw it a little bit heavier, and if you tap your own red into the yellow and roll in, all the good things can happen.
Yeah.
They may be just calling that straight up, because that draw path is not really there now.
No. I think it's a little flat on the sides there, so
Yeah.
it'll be tough to hit it if they can stick this shot.
And even if you're a little wide and you just tap your own red sideways towards the forefoot, that's pretty good too.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So that rock's moving over on C. Red was trying, with their last shot, was trying to draw on a second point. They landed a little short.
No, that one's
So up to Norquay here to see if they can take one.
that one was pretty wide from
That was pretty
freeze
wide,
frame.
yeah.
Did not make contact with anything. A little wide and a little heavy. Still, which one are you tapping? It looks like they're trying to decide for Team Fallon.
Good luck.
Yes.
You do have some options, though.
So you said that's hammer coming in on C?
That's hammer coming in on C.
Trying
no
to
sweep
stay in the
in.
12-foot.
Yeah, just let it sit down.
It's heavy.
I
Got
think
it.
it
Oh,
can
there you
stick.
go.
I think it can
Got
stick.
it.
Yeah. All right, that'll be one for them.
Calling them Team Jamiroquai.
Jamiroquai.
Throwback.
The 90s are calling.
Yeah. All right, so he's got the broom.
Yep.
Close to the yellows. Touch of yellow, far enough to be fully in the 12-foot somewhere.
I feel like touch a yellow with like a back line to hack weight, and you should get another point. As long as you get most of a yellow. Lots of sweeping right away.
Yeah, they didn't
They're
like
not in love
that.
with the weight.
Because you really don't want to wreck on your top
I
part. That's a
think he
one
might
guard.
be wrecking on
They're
the
wrecking
top
on the
part.
one guard. Oh, no.
No.
Well, the good news is they already had 3 in.
They did.
So, oh well. You got 3. Looked like a bunch of points for Pete Sake.
For Pete's sake.
Not sake, sake.
Yeah.
And quite the situation over on sheet D. That could be a blank, I think.
Yeah, on sheet A, Pete Sake had sitting 3, and then they guarded excuse me, and O'Reilly had to draw in. Their goal was to try to draw full 4, and they were a little heavy, but they were able to stick around and count them down to 2.
Right.
And then on sheet D,
It's a blank. It's gonna be a blank.
Jamie had a real nice control 10-5, 11 hit to hit Schlanger out and roll into touch the button there. I believe he's sitting 3.
And not really much way for red to get in there either.
Yeah, I think David's just trying to hit that back one out to cut him down.
It's always what you love as a skip in the first end, facing 3. No thanks.
Ooh, he just got by that guard.
Got to get it by the top yellow.
You get it?
Oh, double tap.
Cut
Does
him.
it cut him
Oh,
down?
I think he cut him down to 1.
All right.
Yeah, looks like it.
It looked like he ricocheted off his own red and started moving the yellow and then also touched the yellow with his shooter.
But Jamie's got one more to
Fancy.
do something.
What
here.
happened to the instant replay? Do we not?
I
Too
don't
late.
remember how to do
That's
it.
fine.
It's here, but
Or you have to hit start recording.
yeah, and I don't know what sheet it's on either as well.
Yeah, it's fine. Still makes the draw for 2 a lot harder on sheet D. Mute you again. There. What happened to our laptop? Are we starting that soon?
I can fix that.
All right, Jamie's coming down to throw his hammer shot shortly.
Oh. Well, no, check the box on that one if it doesn't reconnect.
Did look like it was only 1 for Potomac Night Owls on sheet D. Heard that in a second. All right. I don't think we've actually seen a rock in the 4-foot yet on sheet B. That one managed to make it to the 8-foot. That's, I think, the closest we've had so far. But Team Fallon now with a chance to get control of the front of the house. If they make this hit, try not to jam on the back. Just jammed on a different red. That's okay.
All right, there we go.
TV is all working
We
now.
had minor monitor difficulties. I think the TV just forgot to TV. It's good now.
Has one job.
There's one job, but I think it got a little tired. Is it a long day? All right, where are we at down here? All right, we got red rock.
Yeah, they're
We got a couple high yellows. Oh, top house yellows.
still struggling to find the 4-foot on sheet B is what I was
man.
just saying.
Yeah.
They haven't had,
A little short, little long.
yeah, haven't had too many. I believe that Night Owl's only got 1. Yeah. It's probably the correct call, just to not worry about the red in the back of the house yet, because We don't have hammer.
It's in the back of
Keep,
the
yeah,
house.
and just keep controlling the front of the house. Make it difficult for red to get some more rocks in there.
Are they tapping one of the yellows? Right
They
now?
are. They did signal they were going to
Okay.
tap the red or the yellow that's closest to the center line. But that looks a little spicy and wide, maybe. Oh, hello. No, thank you. I'm good. It is a little heavy.
Oh, just a bit.
Yeah. They were hoping
Nice
to get
try.
if they had gotten the angle right on that, it would have gone right
Yeah.
back onto the red.
Just a bit more of the rock.
See if somebody. This one looks like the ice for a draw. So
Yeah,
we'll
this
see
looks
if,
like that same draw they tried last time.
see if they have the weight to get just in the
Yeah.
forfeit this time.
I think they can get
Oh,
it.
there was a
I
big
know they
wave
can
there,
get
like it was heavy.
Yeah, I know.
Don't believe him though.
They,
think
I don't
it's
know.
heavy.
They built up some backing, right? So even if it's a bit heavy, ooh, I think they got to sweep it though.
Still on the yellow though. You got
I think it's gonna curl
Get a
off
little-
of it.
a little piece, little
Okay.
tick, little rub,
Not
and he
bad.
touched the
Not
forefoot.
bad. Lovely spot.
Now all those rocks in the back of the house are just jam possibilities all day. Still got to hit it though.
Yeah, I don't feel like Fallon has much of a choice. He's got to hit it. I feel like there's a chance this red jams back on that yellow, but that's not too bad because then you still have 3 yellows at the top of the house.
Yeah, I'd like it to curl up a little bit more. Oh, he did miss the back one.
Okay. Still have 3 yellows at the top of the house.
Sitting 2.
Yep. I feel like this is the ice for double.
I would try it.
Right in the center.
Just got to be able to throw just enough weight for it.
I like this weight.
Pretty close. Getting no,
A little wide.
just a little inside. No. Okay.
Well, that's not a bad spot.
Good setup. Yeah, I don't think he's hitting that. Well, maybe he is.
Maybe he's hitting that.
As soon as I said I don't think he's hitting it, he's going to hit it. No. I think the draw is
Nope,
more.
I think he was asked. I think he was asked to call a draw instead.
Yeah. The way you have to hit that,
You have
like
to
red is like you're probably nosing it, and then red is drawing to sit 2 anyway. So you might as
Yeah.
well sit 2. This is a very similar line shot to the tap they played earlier.
and they're planning to tap.
I don't know that they were planning to, but they're
I don't
going
think
to
they were
now.
planning to, but I think it was a good plan B.
That's pretty good.
All right.
Yeah, I like it. Sitting 2, that's what you wanted.
So is that?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I thought he was hitting the one in that's biting the 12-foot, but I don't know why.
Yeah, but the ice looked like he's hitting.
Maybe
the-
just to make
the-
sure he has the draw path available to get to the.
Oh.
Because I don't think he can see enough of the yellow that's
Oh, okay.
on the button.
Okay.
Well, don't
Okay.
know that worked out the way he
Yeah,
wanted
sure
it
that's
to.
what he wanted it to be.
Yeah, now they're gonna draw and sit 3. I don't know that I had a better shot there because getting to the yellow that's in the 4-foot back there, what required probably a hit that rolls out.
I think so.
But sometimes you just need to make that shot anyway, and then have the other team try to put it back again. Because if they don't make the draw, then you make the hit on the yellow-red combo, and then you're sitting 3 or something. I don't know.
Boo. All right. Try this draw one more time. Try to sit this rock in the top 4 of the top 8 foot. Over on C. Little fewer rocks in the house on C. And Team Norquay trying to clear out the shot red rock right now, just on the top of the 4 foot. They got it. Blue's a shooter. That's not so bad.
And there you go, Team Fallon. Oh, just a little bit short.
Yeah,
But I think that does the job.
I think they were trying to block the draw path, which that
Yeah,
gets you
I
to
think
it,
they wouldn't have
so
minded to sit 3, but
yeah.
now looks like some blasting happening. And Cherry Bombs now with a chance to nose this yellow in the back and sit 2. Bring that sneaky little red on the side of the 12-foot into play.
Have a good edge biter coming into play. So it looks like they're trying to hit the 2 stacked rocks there.
I thought him signaling that he was going to, hit the top 12-foot red
that one
off
better.
nose, and then just
Yeah.
make some noise on the
Okay.
other 2 yellows, just like a slight angle, and see where it ricochets.
They definitely have room to run the red back.
Yeah, they're definitely hitting that one.
Lots of sweeping. That rock wants to overcurl so bad.
I think they're just
It did.
better off letting it
Yeah.
just hit the yellow. Oh, and it jams in the back, so it's still sitting
no.
3 for yellow.
Well, now it's 3 instead of 2. Yeah.
Oh, right, because the other one
Yeah.
wasn't. Yeah. Where do you guard now, Lauren?
Man. I know they were
Yeah,
looking
I like
at the draw.
That's the spot.
The
You
easy rocks to tap back. I would
Dropping,
be,
yeah.
I'd be trying to block right now.
guarding the tap backs.
Yeah.
Can't really guard everything, but
Nope. No, I think I'm guarding there and try to force Team Freeze Frame to draw around again, since they haven't had a draw in a minute. Oh, I missed the score over on sheet C. Did Cherry Bombs end up taking 2?
I don't know.
I didn't catch it.
I know they were. It looked like they had stuck around. Looked like they did stick around for 2. Yell at them to hang a score.
No, I'm sure they'll get it. All right, Team Fallon needs this rock to curl a little bit more. A little bit more. It is hanging on to that side of the sheet.
We found the straight
All
side.
right,
I
there
guess.
they go.
Yeah.
There they go.
That's probably the one that trying to guard to block the tap on the center line one. I'm saying that I would have guarded this one.
That one?
The one on the
side
side
on the
more than
side.
the center line
Yeah.
one. The center line one, you have to get almost straight back to
You
get it
do.
to count. Whereas the one that was on the side, you could get it at an angle, and then it could use the other yellow that's in the forefoot as backing almost. It's just not a fun shot. You're facing 3 anyway. But you just gotta get it to full 8 foot. That's what your mindset has to be. Be full 8 foot. Cut him down. If you get the angle right, then great.
And they're taking a bit more ice, at least a foot more ice than they took.
Yeah,
the
the
last
other
couple
one,
times they went
the
this
other one,
way,
they were
so.
trying to throw a lot more weight though
Yeah.
too. So
yeah, it's true.
all right, here it is, hammer for freeze frame. See how he's got if he's got the weight for it.
I feel like they have to sweep this.
Yeah, it's man, there it goes.
light
It's
and
curling. See if he gets one into the 8
Ooh,
foot.
come on.
Oh,
Maybe.
Did he outcount the back one?
I don't know. It's hard to tell from here. At least 2 yellow.
I think they were agreeing it was 3. I think that's what they said, yes, but.
Eventually we'll know what the score is on sheet C.
It's like 2 red for Pitt-o-mac on sheet A. And a couple more rocks still on sheet D. They're a little bit behind everybody else, but Jamie currently looking to hit and sit 2 for Potomac Night Owls. Sheet C, we're still waiting for them to hang a score. That's why you don't see the overhead. The overheads automatically switch when we enter the score. But a nice double there for Team Norquay. Yes, thank you for getting some signaling from the warm room to hang the score on sheet C. See Jamie hit and rolled.
He hit and rolled and
all
kind of
the way to
bumped
the side. Yeah,
bumped the back corner rock and then rolled above it. All right, back on B. Looks like Team Fallon going for the double guard. So their skip just asked for like a higher 3 guard, sit in front of the existing 3 guard. And freeze frame from what their last was aiming for the either a corner or in the kind of the top of the house there. They just slipped a little too far back. The house caught them. Got a little quick.
This is usually the time when the leads who had to throw on potentially slower ice in the first end have to start adjusting.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never experienced that.
It's a new phenomenon.
Never experienced the third end. Suddenly all my draws are, or all my guards draws.
I think the ice generally doesn't need quite that much speeding up these days, but I don't know. I haven't been timing anything at all this weekend.
I haven't timed anything. I don't think they ran rocks though either.
They did not run rocks, but they had a good scrape leading into this. And
yeah.
And there's one just, again, a little too heavy. Bumps and rolls off. All right, so another chance for Team Fallon to control the front of the house again. Seems to be their MO. Doing very well at controlling the front of the house, and then if freeze frame doesn't make the draw perfectly behind, then tough for them to score. Yeah, see, I don't want to say they're falling into a trap because it's still the correct call to draw behind this, but if you don't make it, then all of a sudden now you're facing 3 again. So hope they make it better this time.
There it is. There it is. Curl, curl, curl.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah. Very nice.
Little shot back there.
Might have a little. Oh, they tripped over the tripping hazard in the back there.
No.
As usual.
I hate those rocks.
That's why we call them tripping
favorite
hazards.
rocks.
Yep. Little piece of it open maybe, but pretty good spot there. I'd take that if I was that team. That one did just wreck on the guard. It looked like we did have a score of 1 for Blossom Buddies over on Sheet D. Still waiting for the score to be hung on Sheet C. Almost all the way through the third end.
All right, freeze frame, back to draw game.
Yeah, I would love a freeze. Every time we invoke their name, I'm like, yeah, freeze is a good call right here.
I know, it is. I think they know what they're
Look
about.
at that.
Get over there, get over there.
Oh, that's
what
pretty good.
Beaut.
Yeah.
They were calibrating to the ice. I think that's what it is
that's all
now.
they had to do.
Now they're fully calibrated. Now they're doing good.
Yeah, that's what we expected, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, a little more weight coming down to this one.
Yeah, they're gonna try to come thin around that yellow and hit the reds, but I think they're gonna peel.
Oh no, they crashed on their own.
Yeah. Ooh, and it it almost missed the trip hazard at the back.
Just move the tripping hazard to a different spot, just to confuse you, so that you thought you knew where it was.
Hazard.
You thought you knew where it was, you don't. There was a couple times in our game on Wednesday that I had to remind people that rock is right behind you. Just don't die. Don't fall on it.
That's like one of my least favorite things is standing in the house knowing like my heels are right in front of a rock. I really don't want to move it. All right, so freeze frame looking to guard. Awesome. Love how this looks for them. Moving on its way, moving on its way, moving on its way.
Just at 3.
I don't hate that either.
I don't know.
I think
the target's getting bigger, though.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Probably having 2 of those rocks go away.
I don't know that
now.
there's a natural triple there, though. So I think at least one of them is safe. House on C is a little busier.
You said, sorry, did
no,
you say
there's not. I don't think there is a triple.
Okay.
I don't think there's a natural
say
triple.
Triple? No, no about that.
No. Or if it is there, I'm just not good enough to see it, which I'm comfortable with.
I just don't think the 2 on the front drag into the right.
No, I
You'd
don't
have
think
to.
So. I think they punch off in different directions. I think in this case, you're going to get the first one. They created a wee pocket.
A wee pocket.
Which freeze frame can freeze to.
I like that idea.
I'm going to keep using their name.
Yeah.
Over on sheet C, the house is a bit busier than it was last end. Looks like 2 yellows shot. It'd be easier to see if they hung the score so we could make the camera move. Undoubtedly, someone on that sheet knows what the score in the second end was.
Go back and rewind on the.
Go online and see if you can see it.
Right.
All right. I think Freeze Frame now owns this draw line. I think they have it fully
another
under their control.
pretty good one.
They have another one.
Too heavy, though?
A little bit heavy.
I think it's still sitting 3, though. Looks like 3 to me.
I think so.
Beg your pardon? Oh, they put a score up. They did score 2.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Cherry Bombs got 2.
Cherry Bombs got 2 in the second. All right, so their Norquay is currently sitting 2 in the third on sheet C. And trying to draw in for a third with the Skip's first rock. Yes, their Skip's first rock. All right, Team Fallon looking to hit again. This time the guard is out of the way because they got rid of it last time. So I think now they can move some rocks around.
Yeah, this one's got some heat.
Less sweeping, less sweeping. Ooh, that was a missile. Their shot.
Their shot, and you can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
What a shot.
Sneaky.
What a shot.
Yeah, that's that was sneaky good.
That was sneaky awesome.
He threw it like he wanted to move many more of those rocks.
He did.
But
he did.
It ended up just hitting it in the exact right spot that he didn't have to move all the rocks.
Yeah.
He just needed to move one and then sit in front of the pile.
I think he was thinking if he could like unlock the top 2, maybe he could catch the back one in like in the debris. But
yeah, I
anyway,
thought more than one of those rocks would move more than it did.
Yeah.
All right, so as you mentioned, though, they do own this draw line, so might as well try it again.
I think they do. They did go a little wider on the line this time. So I'm curious to see where
seemed to be
it
hanging
ends.
out.
Yeah, they took a bit more ice.
Didn't really have to. No.
Yeah, I thought they were going to go to try to sit either on the yellow or back on the red.
Waiting for Team Cherry Bomb's draw. Oh, there you go. Got a little wick to sit 1 when they were facing 3. That's better. Looks like Team Norquay lining up the in off their own. Fallon is trying to guard this one, looks like. Yeah, they took a little less ice than.
At one point, they were pointing to a freeze on the shot rock.
Either one. Just don't really want to move don't want to separate the red yellow.
Yeah. What I can't tell on C is if you could get to that red rock that's on the back of the button down the center line. But it's hard.
Yeah,
that
they're not
fisheye
really.
lens is like fooling my eyes.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
not
know
really
if there's a
looking
hole
at it.
there. All right, so Fallon will freeze to the top of the pin. Not freeze. We'll sit at the top of the pin. And freeze frame looking at a double on the yellows.
Yeah, it is not a freeze this time.
Not a freeze this time.
No.
Though they might end up frozen on the top of the yellow.
Team Norquay not getting in the inside of that one. So steal a 1 for Cherry Bombs. Don't need to worry about them hanging the score. I saw that one that time.
All right, so this is hammer on B.
Yeah, I think if he hits the one that's on the button just very, very slightly first,
Okay.
maybe he can get the yellow to move enough that he might get 2.
Yeah.
The yellow on the side of the forefoot.
Yeah. Now I see what you're saying.
Oh, but he's hitting the wrong one first.
Oh, rats.
Oh, no.
I don't.
So that's 2 for Team Fallon instead. He needed to hit the one on the center line first. He hit the wrong one first, unfortunately.
All right, do we have, let's see. Sheets A and D are just finishing up the fourth end here. We have 3 more rocks on sheet D and 2 more rocks on sheet A.
Ooh. Did Pitt-o-mac get a second one in?
Ooh.
It's close. I don't know how O'Reilly can get their yellow rock bumped back enough. They have to throw a heavy draw over there. That's interesting. I was told, by the way, for the record, if anybody knows the team lineups, Team O'Reilly did switch their lineup, so their second is now skipping, and their skip moved back to second. So that was, looking it up right now. O'Reilly. So Bob O'Reilly switched with Tom Simon. So Tom is throwing the last rocks for Team O'Reilly. And that should be him in the hack right now. You're watching over there. Trying to tap that yellow back into the red. They're lined up at least. That's good for them. Just whether or not you can get enough curl around the guards to.
Yeah, it looks like it's buried too.
Yeah.
At least
I mean, if you
here.
throw.
Looks like it's got a curl. It's got a curl.
Sneak by the guard. Will it touch the yellow enough though?
Ooh.
Oh, almost.
That was a great try.
It was. That was about as good as he maybe could have gotten by the guard just a little tighter, but not by much. So that's only a 1 for Pitt-o-mac. All right, sheet D currently has Blossom Buddies sitting 2, which means that Potomac Night Owls is going to have a draw to the forefoot to try to get their point. Got to get around a mess of guards over there, though. As opposed to our sheet B, where there's 2 rocks in play.
2 rocks in play, yeah. Freeze Frame has acquired the guard they were looking for.
I like that they've acquired.
They've acquired it. And Fallon is looking to just draw another in. Cover up the rock that's there right now. And we'll see where they end up.
Well, they got another one in, and on the button. Pretty good.
Freeze frame says, no thank you. Don't like it? Make it go away. Over on C, trying to draw another one in here. It looks a little bit speedy. Line was really nice.
Just curl a little bit more.
All
Oh,
right. Got it
Didn't
moving.
quite move
Yeah.
both of them. But
So Fallon was trying to hit and roll to the right, but it overcurled, rolled to the left, and then caught that back corner rock and took that one out too. So now we got a clean house. So now that the house is clean again, Freeze Frame's going to draw behind their corner guard that they stashed up there a little bit ago.
that they acquired.
That they did acquire a few shots ago.
Got to sit.
Oh,
sit down. And Fallon trying the same thing. Taking the philosophy, beat the other team to the spot. That's pretty nice.
That's a really nice spot.
Yeah. I think they called the freeze, Lauren.
Ah, good. They have to stay true to their name. Hollerin is over on sheet C. That was a great hit and roll under cover. And shot. Beautiful
Very
shot from
nice,
Team Norquay.
yeah.
They had a couple rough breaks earlier in the end. They were trying to clear out some rocks and ended up not getting the shooter where they wanted it. That was a great one.
Freeze frames freeze a little heavy there. Just ticked off.
Oh, sat right on the button. Looks like a flash.
All right, another chance for a freeze then. That's all they really wanted to do. They're just setting him up.
They're just setting them up for their own freeze.
Yeah.
But that looked like they were pointing under cover again.
Yeah, they're freezing to the yellow.
Oh, to the yellow. Okay.
Like under the guard, but frozen.
I
to
see.
the
I see.
And also a little heavy, but maybe sitting two. Still sitting two? Nope, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Little too far. And another draw on sheet C, also looking a little heavy, but might stop in time. It does. 2 undercover now for yellow. All right, what happened on their previous hit attempt, that flash? Were they wide or what?
Team Fannin?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were quite wide. The rock, I'm not even sure. I don't remember if the rock touched the forefoot as it
Wow.
slid by.
Okay.
It's pretty wide.
Found the tendency is that you can't be wide on your hits on our ice. You're
no,
wide.
especially not once you're outside of the forefoot.
Yeah,
swings,
if you're
that's for sure.
Don't necessarily need to sweep it early either, like he was trying to do.
No,
That's
they
a
took
good
bit
weight.
less ice here.
Good controlled weight
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, the weight wasn't too bad at the last shot. It got out too wide, and it just couldn't come back that far.
So we'll nose that.
All right, freeze frame setting up for a double.
I don't know. I'm happy with the single.
I would be totally
And
happy
roll-
with like a little
and
hit
roll
and
behind,
flop
yeah.
under. Yeah. I think on sheet C, Cherry Bombs are going to try to chase this draw.
Yeah, again, what is the other team going to do?
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be able to hit the yellows. There you go. Paul's drawing their draw around everything. Because you can't get rid of those yellows, so you might as well just make
If you
your
can't beat 'em, join
draw
'em.
better than theirs. That's pretty good.
I think it looks really nice. I think it looks really nice.
There
That's
you
a
go.
great spot.
Shot rock.
All right. On B.
And yeah,
Yeah, just a little too tight. And whacks
well, he got
that top
psyched
guard.
psyched
Yeah.
out by the one that was wide by Team Fannin.
Yeah, I think so.
Sitting 2 is a good situation. That double is pretty hard too. I don't know that it's there.
It's pretty flat. It would take a fair bit of weight to get it.
So what do you like? I don't know if I prefer just a straight guard or being sitting 3.
I
Sitting
don't-
3 feels like rubbing it in though.
Yeah, what I was going to say is I don't hate just throwing up a nice guard here.
I don't know if it was
just on the
red.
center line.
If it was red sitting 2, I'd say you freeze to your own in the top 4.
Sure.
For sure.
Sure. But this one I feel like you guard, and you've put red in a pretty sticky situation to try to find shot.
Yeah, looks like that's what he's doing.
So
Make it hard for them to tap your yellow back.
exactly. That overcurled a bit.
Yeah.
But it's still not, it's not like an easy hit for shot.
Just got to nose it, but similar to what Fannin threw with his first one.
Yeah. This should be hammer. This is hammer.
This is hammer, yeah.
The battle of the draws over on sheet C.
And that one is shot rock, frozen to the
Wow.
corner.
What a series of shots. All right, hammer is away on sheet B. They are going to try to hit this shot, top button rock, stick around for shot. Line looks really nice. It's hanging a bit wide though.
Might roll out, don't roll out.
Maybe they'll
don't
sit
jam.
down. Look at this.
Oh yeah,
Look at
there you
this.
go.
Look at
Very
that shot.
nice.
All right.
Single
On
point
the
for
board.
freeze frame. Oh, they
Oh,
they're
on the
shaking.
board and they're shaking. Well, all right. What a
Well, that's
game.
very kind of them to realize that their opponents are playing at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So
Well, that is very generous of them. Let them get some sleep then.
yeah, get some rest. I think we're at like a jinx or something because both of the games that me and Paul did yesterday were also early.
Ooh.
They all ended after
Uh-oh.
5 or 6. All right. Another draw attempt for. Oh, now I'm confused.
Are you talking about sheet C? Oh wait, that says D.
Just
Cameras?
up there, do.
Oh, so okay, we're watching
D&D?
sheet C on this stream. It's just the scoreboards were a little off.
Up
Yeah.
here, I think you can switch that to be.
I think
C
they're
and D?
yeah, they're looking to draw. Oh, now we're over on C.
Yeah,
and
there
D.
you go.
There we go. Okay. All right, so now sheet C moves to the left side of your screen, and sheet G joins us on the right side of the screen. Sheet C, we're draw on this sheet right now. So
Why is there a broom just standing?
Why is there a broom standing?
It was there was a broom just like standing straight up on sheet D. Jamie was looking at the line himself just to like.
He just wanted a good
Get
visual.
the good angle.
Yeah.
I guess.
All right, I think Cherry Bombs are trying to close this draw line off, but it over curled a bit. And so it's just going to kind of slide off to the side here.
Yeah, that one was a bit lighter than.
Yeah.
So is this
This is
hammer for Norquay?
This should be hammer.
Yeah. So just take
And
the same
it's-
draw path.
Yeah,
and
find
you're
your
good.
find your second point.
If you follow the same draw path that you just took, you should be fine.
I think you'll be fine because it curls so much on the finish. They should make it around that red rock where that red
Yeah,
rock just
you take a
landed.
little more ice if you want,
Yeah.
just to make sure.
I wouldn't
I
go the
don't-
other way at this point.
I don't think you can move it far enough to bring your other 2 yellows into play.
No, in
That
fact
looks
they
very
were
hard.
looking at that to see could they bump the shot yellow and push the red back far enough. But I think they just can't see enough of that yellow rock to do that. That would be cool. Sheet D is, they've just started skips rocks. So first skip rocks here.
Is
And
he
it-
trying to hit the yellow to
That's what
take
I was just
away
looking
the
at.
in-off?
Or is he trying to make
Or is
the
he trying to
in-off?
discard? Nope, that looks heavy. Playing the in-off himself, maybe.
It's an
Again, to play the shot your opponent might take? Because what does yellow do if you take away this in-off?
All right, so I think he just noses it.
Hit and roll?
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Is it
Oh,
down?
rolled a
Oh,
little too far.
got a little overeager. All right, yellow back on C. Beautiful draw. I think it's gonna sit down real nice. Oh wait, maybe they can get a
Yeah,
little- yeah,
there you go.
perfect. Look at that.
I mean, that
Two.
was the angle they had to touch that one at, but
It
they
is,
just
yeah.
needed to throw. There was no way you could throw it any harder than that and have it be the
No.
correct angle
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think
to
so.
make the other 2 come into play. So 2 back for Norquay. They have now tied it up. Very nice.
All right. So they're tied. Starts the 5th end.
Why did they even play
Why
the
they even
first
play
and
the
fourth?
first half of the game? I guess they did warm up the ice. It's not like they got great ice for the second half. Great warm ice for the second half of the game. All right, looks like there's a. What are they debating over on D? Oh,
Oh,
minor rock adjustment. Got a little bump.
Sometimes guards are tripping hazards too.
I think Nicole just managed to do a dance just off of the camera, which is quite brilliant. That was amazing.
Gotta have fun out there.
You gotta stay warm too. All right. So Norquay starting with an awesome center guard. And over on D, they got a broom out way on the edge of the screen there. You can just see it. Are they trying to draw in that side?
No idea. Not a clue.
I did not see what they were looking at.
I thought maybe they would be, I don't know that the shot is there, playing off of this yellow that's just a 3-guard.
Yeah, the tightest yellow guard.
No, I did not see it. Didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul really wants to telestrate for us. Ah, there we go.
That's seems
I-
very hard to get
I
around
think
the
it's
guard,
hard to-
though.
Okay,
So now maybe
they
they're-
are drawing this way.
they're
but it looks a little
drawing.
speedy.
But maybe the idea was to try to tap their yellow sideways a little bit. Yeah. But they barely made it by the guard, and it didn't
Yeah.
curl enough. And
Yeah.
that was like the weight you had to throw for that shot. So.
Exactly.
And now, I don't know, did he just show them how to make the draw that would freeze to their back yellow now?
They might have.
Oops. Oops. There you go. Yeah, that's where they're putting the broom, I think, is to try to get over there.
Try to
And then
get
if
over there.
you're a little bit light, then you just freeze it in there as well.
It was well
Or if
telestrated.
you're a little light, rather, a guard is okay. Sometimes we like to leave the rock there and then see how close he gets to it. He's not going to get there, though. I think that's a little ambitious. Maybe a little more to the corner side of it. It would be more accurate. Yeah, I don't know. That may just be the wall side effect, where it comes off the wall side and really swoops in there. We'll see. Still only one guard in play on sheet C.
That rock on sheet D looks a little too light to be a draw.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the plan B was just to throw another guard on that side so that they don't have the same shot again.
I think they succeeded.
Yep. You can delete your telestrator now. That did not come close to that. X. I don't think you can get there now. Good try. You can put the yellow there all you want. It's not going to be there, though. I think the shot is that the yellow one, yellow 3-guard, though, that we were talking about earlier.
Do you bump that one, or could you draw around it? Is that just as easy? Like, I don't know how swingy the
The perspective of it, too, is a little deceiving. I don't know
Yeah, I
how
know.
close. Because the
This
red
always
and the
fools me.
yellow that look like they're both touching that wheelchair line.
Right.
So, and I don't think, like, I think the point is that you have to play the yellow onto the red so that you score a point.
Okay.
I don't think you can draw
shot
around
and
and get
draw.
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. All right, they seem to be happy with what they called. Hey, remember a couple ends ago when on sheet B nobody could get it into the forefoot?
Hey, yeah, I do
Yeah.
remember that. Did that
It's-
pass onto sheet
It's
C?
infected at sheet C
Oh,
now,
no.
it seems like, yeah.
Oh, rats.
All right. Let's see, Jamie's about to throw. Nothing
mean
happening with the sweepers yet. I think it needs weight. It's not on the yellow yet, though.
No, I don't think so. Now it needs less weight.
Yeah, no.
But not that way.
That'll just be a score of 1 then for Blossom Buddies.
Sheet C is still the back and forth, throw one in, hit it out, throw one in, hit it out. So Team Norquay threw one in, cherry bombs hit it out. Now Team Norquay is gonna throw one in again.
Yeah, I think they tightened up the ice on that one because
think they did.
that last one was so wide open, and it's gonna catch the extra curl, but
Maybe
maybe
they can
tap it back.
it?
Well, it was just a little light again, though.
Those draw lines seem tricky over there.
All right, let's see if Cherry Bombs can make it around. They took more ice. That one looks a little hot.
Line looks okay.
Line
Speed
made it
looks
by.
a little warm.
Line was perfect, just a bit heavy.
A little warm.
The hardest thing to do is to go to school on your opponent's rock that wasn't ideal. Like, there's overcurled, but it was also light. And then you throw yours perfect line,
Right.
but you just don't quite throw the right way because you didn't really get a feel for what the correct weight was based on your opponent's rock. And this one's following that exact same line.
It really is.
They just like they found the fast.
They did a nice little copy.
They found the
But
fast
unfortunately,
line.
they copied the weight, yeah.
Copied a little too much.
Right into the space.
They don't like that line anymore.
You know, I like this choice, though. Like, that line's not working out, so you might as well just change. Try a new one. Oh, no.
Well, maybe
not.
Oh, wait, what? Yeah, okay. I don't know. If you're the thrower, it's really up to you to correct your own mistake. So he seemed to be the one that was telling them that they wanted to throw this way again. Just have to get their weight right this time.
Yeah, it looked softer out of hand, and the sweepers picked it up almost immediately. Ooh, but that curled so much.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
man.
much lighter.
The weight was closer. Probably still a guard, though, even if it hadn't bumped the two guards. All right, fourth shot is the charm down this line. It's going to happen. I believe in it.
Sometimes you just got to manifest.
Exactly.
Maybe if Paul just put the rock where it's supposed to end up, then it would on the telestrator.
That's fair. Yeah. Maybe that's the real problem. We're not
It's
forecasting
a yellow
well.
one. Ooh. All right, let's see how close they get. That one's a bit wider though.
So weight's a lot better. I would just bury it at this point as far as you can.
On the button.
All right.
See if you had drawn it on the button. That's
All right,
pretty
we
darn
got a
good.
rock
Look
in the
at
house.
look at how well buried that is
It's
too.
really nice.
I don't know. Is that on the same path that all the heavy ones went though? It might still be there to
Oh, it
get
might
out.
still be there. You're right. The yellow guard, though, it's over on the other side of the center line now, so you can't quite take that exact same path. I don't know. Like,
I
if
think
this-
your hat. Well,
If this is curling a lot, right? Like, I'm thinking, like, okay, just get on top of it. But if it's running real straight like it is right now,
well, the
I don't know.
unfortunate thing for Cherry Bombs is that they have hammer, so they're trying to score two.
they are exactly. And that's
If it-
tricky
you-
if you can't.
If you were trying
Get
to
this one
force
out.
them, then you would just freeze for sure. But getting the weight right, because you don't want to hit it into the back house and then,
And then
roll open.
Yeah. Man, where's a lefty when you need one? Come on.
Sitting right next to me. I think the righty could still get it there.
I do. I think so.
Still trying to get it by that guard.
Yeah, that guard's coming fast. Come on.
Did they get it by?
Oh,
They
what
got
a
it by.
sweep.
Now is it heavy enough?
I think
Is
they
it
got
heavy
it.
enough?
I think they got it. Oh
Move
my
it
gosh,
a little
they
more.
crossed the nose
Keep going.
of it.
Oh no, didn't quite move it far enough. Wow.
I did not expect that to happen. To cross the nose and
Yeah,
not push it back enough.
that was a great sweep to get it by
It
the
was,
guard.
Yeah.
But you saw how tight they had to play that
Oh
to
my
the
gosh,
guard.
yeah.
Though. That was very tight. Great effort, though. All right, now you're definitely guarding things up. I still don't think you can see very much of that yellow. Rachel Holman can see all of that and just pick it out for sure.
She is terrifyingly accurate.
However, now that would be a lefty shot right there. If you were a lefty and this yellow guard was not in the way, you could definitely throw the lefty shot and get rid of that one. I don't know. What do you think? You could probably just go through that hole again and try it. I don't know. I don't think it's going to curl enough, though.
I don't know. Like, they just
Yeah, I think
barely
you-
got across the nose. So I think that I do think they can come with enough weight to
Right.
tap it back.
Just
I don't think they
just get your
two.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's not really much risk of you're not giving him up more than one.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. There's literally no other rocks in the house.
So yeah, just throw a similar shot.
I honestly
Tap
like.
it. No, wrong
no,
way.
wrong side.
Other side.
Try again. Question mark. Nice job.
They were coming around the yellows through that hole.
No, I think you throw
Yeah.
you basically throw the same shot you just threw with
And then put
even
a-
the same weight. Like.
Put a big old red rock right on the button. No, it's
Oh,
not going to do that. Now you're just talking crazy, Paul.
I like the optimism, but I don't think it's there.
Yeah, big
A
old red
big old
rock.
red rock.
That's what I said. I
It
think
is
the
in
shot's
fact-
there.
It
You
is in
just
fact a
have
big
to.
old red rock.
You would just have to
I think they can get
move
one.
it half a rock. How wide are the rocks? Like
How wide are the rocks? Oh, this
Uh,
is a fact I should know, and I'm really embarrassed that I don't right
everybody
now.
knows they're the 42
Like
pound.
12 and a half inches or something? I don't know. Yeah, everyone knows the 38 to 42 pounds. That's what I got. I don't know. Rock's probably smaller than a foot. Not that big.
Oh, they're looking at it again and not liking the angles. I don't know.
I wonder
still
if they
like
think that corner guard up there changes it. I feel like it's still there. It's close, but it's there.
Why is that? Yeah, I don't think that corner guard is in play if you throw it the same line. It's visually intimidating.
Oh, for sure. It's like all right in front of the house there. All that mess of guards.
Yeah, I think they got to go to make sure.
Oh,
Nope,
just
yeah.
a little too tight this time.
But hey, no harm. Only one yellow.
Nope, still one.
So for all the rocks that were in play a couple ends ago on sheet D, it's the other sheet that is on the screen right in front of me. Only one guard and one rock in the house, and now no rocks in the house and one guard. another single for O'Reilly on sheet A. That was a steal that time. So, yeah, trying to claw their way back into it. So while we're getting a few more rocks in play here, coming up later on at 9:15, depending on ice prep, we have the A event semifinals and the B event semifinals coming up. We'll have sheets B and C will be the A event, featuring Mike Dunham against Chesapeake Glazier and Scott Dunham against Shahufe. The B event will be Josh Day against Rarefied Hair and Michael Ray against Hallisey. So both of those, or all four of those games coming up, those will be semifinal games. The losers will be out. The winners will move on to the finals at noon tomorrow. I apologize, that's not right. The losers of the A event do still play in the D final. So, like, basically the bronze medal game. The losers of the B event are out. There is some E event, I heard, but I don't know what that means, what that is, or who's in it. Oh, so the E event is the games to get your 4-game guarantee.
Where do those teams come from? They played
They
earlier
were
today?
They were the teams that did not make the A, B, or C.
Oh, okay.
So they get the joy of playing at 9 a.m. and tomorrow morning. All right, staggered guards in play. Oh, and sorry, that was Hammer over on sheet D. Jamie made a nice draw to score his single point.
All right.
Potomac Owls back to 4-2 now. Got rid of that pesky Hammer again after giving up a couple steals. So now your teammate Nicole trying to make a hit and roll.
They're trying to at least hit it. The last shot, yeah.
No.
So that basically did exactly what the last hit down that line did, which was run
Little
right
straight.
by.
Yeah, a little straight there.
Yeah, she's sweeping all weekend. Putting in a little work.
Hmm. What's your review of her sweeping?
I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Good answer. Good answer. You have Nicole and Lauren are leaving for Club Nationals this week.
We are.
In
First game
Milwaukee.
is Wednesday afternoon.
What club is it called again?
It's the Milwaukee Curling Club.
It is? Oh.
But it's north of Milwaukee and
Not
Cedarburg.
actually in Milwaukee.
No.
Cedarburg.
Cedarburg.
Cedarburg. That was what I was trying to think of.
Cedarburg. I don't know what else to say about Cedarburg.
I don't know either.
It's
Suburb
north,
of
north
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
All right, Nicole has a chance to make the same shot theoretically, if they want to try it again. But the broom is so tight. It's so
Yeah.
that the visual again is intimidating. I think you just have to broom the same and just throw a little less weight. But again, as long as they get rid of it, maybe they're okay with that.
Yeah, because that top yellow is still not counting, so.
Yeah, that's just not going to come back again, though.
Oh, no.
Oh, and ticked it under
ticked
more.
It better.
Ouch. Yeah, that's one I'll even let Paul know. That's one that if you're looking at it in the hack and you don't like it, I'm okay with calling. Like, you get rid of the 2 guards that are staggered up there. That's fine. Open up the path a little more or something. That may have even just been the better shot call anyway.
Yeah, just peel some stuff out.
Peel some stuff, make sure that, because it's still early enough in the end that you have a lot of time to get around. So a real chance now for Norquay to put the pressure on. You make this draw really good. Cherry Bomb's not going to have any choice but to have to peel. Yeah, they found a little curl, but only because they were only top 8.
Yep.
Very nicely done. Got to peel him now, sir. Here we go.
So is this like, if you hit just inside of nose of the top rock, can you like spring all 3? Like the yellows and the shooter?
Oh, yeah, for sure. You're I think the yellow that's highest is probably rolling, going to be not maybe get out all the way, or your shooter is not going to roll out all the way. But as long as you make good contact with good weight, but you only make contact with 1, oh no.
Oh no. Is it going to be out? Okay, it's out.
It's out. So the good news is that really did open up the 2 that are. That was the rock you had to get rid of to open up the 2 shot rocks.
Yeah.
But the bad news for them is that yellow gets to throw a shot now.
Yeah. And
put something back in front.
Opens up the guard path for them.
Yeah. Or just put another one exactly in the spot you just threw.
Yeah. That's the first one.
Oh,
just wait the
sneaky.
second one.
But he's sitting
That's
4 now.
not a bad spot.
He's
Yeah,
sitting 4.
exactly.
Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, Vic.
All right. Well, now we'll count how many we can get rid of.
At least 2.
I think only 2. Seems very difficult to get more than 2 out.
Or maybe 1. This is
Just
running
any.
tight.
Get any. Oh,
Make it
right,
right
on the
through?
note. Oh, no, he should have.
no.
Oh, he didn't get rid of any. No, wait,
Got
no,
rid of
he
one.
did get rid of 1. Okay. Almost wanted to come up on the sweep there, just to nose one
Yeah.
of the 2 yellow.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever thought that they could get through that hole to nose those yellows. And then they almost did.
over on D, while they're sitting up on C, Pitt-o-mac had a brilliant draw to the top corner of the forefoot there.
Yeah,
Now
I think
their
they
shot.
maybe wanted it a little further, but
I think they did.
it's one of those ones that's a little dangerous to chase because you probably jam on your back red and then all of a sudden they're sitting 2. So this is the approach that we were advocating on sheet C, is you get rid of some of the guards and open some stuff up. So you have a little more room to go after some things. Oh, and
That was
he
cool.
spilled one of his into the house even
For
shot.
Oh, right. Okay there.
Yeah. Pretty good, Naomi.
All right, Team Norquay made their guard better this time.
Yeah, that's
It
a
was
real
already
good guard.
pretty darn good last
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Now
that's
it's
a
even
real
better
good.
this time.
All right, so we're down to 3 rocks left. Time for the skips deuce. That's why they pay us the big bucks.
Exactly. All he's got to do is draw to, like, the back of the button on his first shot and then the top of his button on his second shot.
Yeah,
And it'll be fine.
easy.
It'll be fine.
I think actually even if he draws straight to the button on his
Okay.
first,
Yeah, that's true.
he still has room. Easy, no problem.
Easy.
Every skip.
It's just straight
This
to the
is-
button.
This is Brad Goosh's favorite turn. He makes this all the time. So clearly,
Everyone does.
the club level curler
Heck yeah.
also has that in their back pocket all the time.
What is a pro curler but like 70 club level curlers stuffed into a trench coat? So
Yeah.
no sweeping.
They're starting
Coming
to
in
hover
here.
now, though.
Yeah, they're hovering but not sweeping. Hovering but not
No.
sweeping.
Just
Little
little
wide, little
bit
speedy.
of room. Sit down now. Oh, a little too heavy. The line is perfect, though. Look at if they had been able to throw 4 feet lighter.
Yeah.
That's the difference between the pro level curlers and me, is that the pro level curlers will say 3 feet lighter and know exactly
Right.
the adjustment to make.
And the rest of us will go, yeah, we can do it.
Sure.
And
yeah.
then immediately not
What does
do
that
it.
mean? So now a little more room for error for Norquay here, because you just want to be in that path that he just threw somewhere. Been informed that there is a winery in Cedarburg.
Oh, that's right. Okay, one. We found a winery. I think there's a few restaurants we were looking at. Finding hotels was a little tricky. I think there was like only a few nearby.
Was that not a consideration for hosting a nationals event when you have 50 people showing up?
I have no idea. I mean, it's 24 teams, so decent number of people, yeah.
I mean, I guess Milwaukee in general should have enough hotels, but
I'm
it
sure,
depends
yeah.
if you want it to be closer
Exactly,
to where
yeah.
you're
Yeah.
playing.
Nice to stay close.
I don't think he really blocked the draw path there, so I think that's still
Yeah,
that shot is
I
still
think
there.
they can still do it. I think you can throw the same ice you threw last time.
Yeah. The line was perfect. Maybe have to take a little bit more ice, just because if you're throwing a little bit less weight.
Yeah,
and
just get around those guards.
that it did block just a smidgen more of that path. Calling for line early here. Yeah, oh, that's over curling by a mile. So that's going to be a score of 2 for Norquay. See what happens on sheet A. I saw an in-off being called. No, too thin. Good try. Another steal of 1 for O'Reilly. Action coming fast and furious. Still 2 rocks to go on D. They've been behind since the first end, basically. But they're getting a little closer. They only have 2 rocks left, so 3 rocks left, sorry.
Yeah, they've been pretty close.
You know, when I saw them discussing the shot, and they put the broom down where they wanted it, and I still don't really know what they're trying to do. Well, I don't think that's what he wanted to do. Because he just missed everything, so.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he was trying to nose that, the yellow.
The center line yellow?
But I don't know why. Because then Potomac is still trying to draw behind everything, which I would advocate is still the shot call. Unless he can see enough of the red through the hole that he wants to go after it. Maybe that was the shot call, is he's trying to hit the yellow and roll slightly to the left as you're looking at it and block the hit if he thought there was enough room. Yeah, he seems to think there's enough room. And if he makes it through, he could potentially be sitting 3. Put a lot of pressure.
Is this Jamie's last shot?
This is
here?
the last rock for Jamie, and Dave still has 1 because he has hammer. See if they get it through. Can he make it through? Nope, nope. Double crutch. Oh, no way.
Oh, my gosh, no.
Oh, we needed the replay going on that one. Dang it.
All right, ticky-tack shenanigans.
I don't think that.
Oh, there it is again.
Double crutch. Oh, no
my
way.
Gosh, no.
Oh, we needed the replay
was
going on
crazy.
that one. Dang it.
All right, just turn the other one on, Paul.
Do you need to do something to get that back to live? Or? I hope that Jamie apologized like the good Canadian he is. You know, that was
I'm sure he did.
that was wild.
That was a pretty cool shot.
All right, Dave's got to draw the backing here. But a little pressure against 3 yellows. He is not going to use the backing. He's going to use the side backing. And 1 yellow.
Steal a 1.
Thought he was going to do shenanigans right back on him there for a second.
That would have been pretty. That would have been pretty funny.
Tick off the side and roll in. All right, Potomac Night Owls closing the gap again. Oh,
wow.
Oh, that's better than it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time you look over, Norquay is in a commanding position. Better than it was, but again, yellow is going to get to throw another rock. Unfortunately, you don't get to throw back-to-back rocks
No.
in curling. The other team does get to
They're
do
not
something
curling.
about it.
Yeah, you can't have like 2 possession arrows in a row.
Jump ball always changes. And there you go, yeah. Going to make that one a little bit better and a little more undercover. They just keep putting those rocks in good places. All right, is this, not that they're throwing the same direction, this is the side that was a little bit straighter on Nicole's hits earlier, right?
The
Coming-
opposite direction.
coming this
yeah,
way
coming
towards
towards us. Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see if it's
It wasn't
similar.
just on hers too. It was
Yeah.
on the.
Can they
the
get
player
it by?
before.
Oh,
Whoa.
I think that might have touched.
I like felt that from here.
I think that touched the red one a little bit and ricocheted a little bit. And again, that one yellow is wide open, but yellow gets to throw another one. Make it a little bit better. Well, he might have found a little curl in this one.
Ooh, yeah, that one took off.
Yeah, that's a bit of a lazy handle shot there, I think. You see it going sideways and not rotating very much at the end there. That's probably why. So now wide open.
All right, getting ready for raffle time here in the war room.
The timing rule is an hour 50 and you're done.
Ooh.
Finish the end you're on.
And then stop.
And
it
since it's
looks like-
8:48 now, I don't
say-
think anybody's getting the
Yeah,
eighth
it
end
looks
in.
like this will be the last end for everyone. All right, get that rack over there. Get that rack over there. There it goes.
Yeah, little roll. Yeah, that was another straight one there. Oh, nice hit and roll there for Potomac Night Owls.
Oh, wow, what a spot.
Oh, and there's the straight wide side again. Hey, you give them
Oh,
credit for a
wow.
double there, sort of.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, they get their shooter sticks. Not what I would have expected. I didn't realize the red was still hanging on the side.
It
over
was,
there.
yeah. It's still hanging.
Yeah.
It's not in the house anymore, but
hasn't
it's still
given up
over
yet.
there on the side. Can't even see it on the overhead view,
No.
but it is there. He's just double checking. It did not touch the sideline. All right, so
Well,
they
now
now
cherry bombs get to draw. That's
Yeah.
cool. I don't think they've.
it didn't
gotten
look
to
like he
draw
was
in a
all that
while.
happy about it though.
Oh no.
I feel like
Maybe he was hoping
being
for a
able to
hit.
draw having to draw the 8-foot when you haven't thrown a draw in a long time seems like a huge challenge all of a sudden. You've got the line fine.
Yeah.
Just got to get it to come over a little bit and slow down. Look, I mean, after playing so many hits in a row, I feel like that's pretty good effort. However, it does leave plenty of room for a yellow rock in there. Draw a giant yellow rock in the entire 8-foot ball.
Pretty pleased.
Just to show how much room they have to get. That's not really what I want. I just wanted it all in the whole 8-foot. Yeah.
It's like
he has a wide range to draw to, is what we're trying to say.
monster truck curling.
I mean, not that I'm trying to make it seem easy, but they should know the line. And I have a feeling they have a better handle on the weight. Are they switching to curl here? They get a piece under. It's looking really good.
Come on, come on. All right.
Yeah?
Not bad.
That's really, really good, actually. Yeah, the draw is very difficult. I don't know, maybe you try the run back. What do you think?
Yellow or red to yellow? Why not? Oh, they're drawn on the other side. Yeah, you could do that too.
Draw over to right there, that spot.
Right there.
Right there. Yeah, the tricky part about this is that nobody's thrown on this side in a bit.
Not at all.
So you have a tendency to...
I don't even think they really use this side in the last
yeah,
end very
it's
much.
going to have a tendency to come up a little bit light, I think. Now this is definitely one of those spots where you ask your sweepers as a pro, what do you think on this side that we haven't thrown in a while? And they're like, oh, 6 feet more.
Right.
And then they
The
adjust
pro
and
sweepers.
throw. Yeah. 6 feet more than your last one. Yeah, that one just
I didn't expect that to
overcurled.
happen.
Yeah, that just overcurled. That was pretty close to the right weight, maybe, but. Man, I don't know how is red gonna score here.
I don't know now. There's like.
And they need 3, really.
They really do. This is
The run back is the only thing now. The run back down the middle will get them 2.
If you can get it to like stay towards the center line.
Yeah, they
on
really
the
need to
nose,
get that draw.
That gets you 2. Then you still need a 3rd, and he's only got 1 more rock.
Yeah, so
if he
looks like he's just
throws
throwing the guard
run
here.
back for 2, then we can draw in the 3rd one, and then he's got 3, right?
No, he only has.
No, I'm joking. I'm saying if we draw in a 3rd red rock. What's the telestrator?
Yeah, Paul has to draw in the 3rd red rock.
Yeah.
Oh, look, they're already sitting 1. Yeah, they're definitely just guarding.
That makes sense because the run back's like the next logical shot.
And there goes the cowbell.
The cowbell says this is your last end.
Which is also bad news, it looks like, for Blossom Buddies.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Potomac is sitting
3.
3 under a long guard.
Still sitting 3, but they're
Still
more
sitting
spread
3.
out now. And how many rocks do they have left over there? I can't see.
They're on Skip's rocks now. So they have 4.
So they have 4 rocks left. Okay.
There is a mess of guards here.
What
over
is he?
on sheet C. I don't know. I think it's vibes. I think we're going on vibes
yeah.
now. Pure vibes.
Drawing for the single. I don't know. Can you make the rock defy physics?
Maybe.
And levitate a new one in there? Just trying to draw to the side of the forefoot.
Curl. The rock needs curl. The rock needs curl. There it goes. Oh, not too much. Not too much. There it goes.
Yeah!
Oh,
What a beauty.
hey. Well, even though they lost,
That
they
was
got
a
the last point.
great way to
That was
end.
a great shot.
So Team Norquay moving on. Congratulations, you have a chance to play 2 potentially tomorrow.
All right. All right, over on sheet D, Jamie's guarding up. Probably curled a bit more than he wanted
Yeah,
it
I
to.
think it left the potential freeze to the pocket there. I think that's what you got to do. You don't really need to worry about getting rid of any more of them.
And then for Pete Sake, there's no red in the house right now.
There's no red in the house, but he just has to touch the 8-foot.
Oh, this is hammer.
This is hammer.
All right. All he's got to do is touch the 8-foot.
He's just got to touch the 8-foot.
Just got to touch the 8-foot.
And really just stop this O'Reilly comeback. They were up 5-0 after 3 ends, and O'Reilly's been chipping away with singles in 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, look at that.
And now Jimmy's just got to try to touch the 8-foot, and
that looks fast.
It looks fast and wide, so he's not even on the back end.
Uh-oh.
And it's going to
What do we
be
do
a little
for bonus curling?
too heavy.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, too far.
Oh, yeah, still too far. What do we do for bonus? How do we break a tie?
I don't know.
Do we break a tie? I don't even know.
I think they have to because there's the playoffs.
That's what I thought. Okay, there's some investigation going on.
Oh, wait,
Can you
they're
switch your camera
still
back?
looking at it.
They're still looking at it. They're not done.
Show the overhead only. There you go. Pretty clearly 2 yellow to me. Unless the angles are really, really wrong.
I was surprised they kept looking at it because it looks like 2 yellow, but they're like very closely looking at that
I think
red.
they also just don't know what they do if they're tied.
Okay, 2.
The same.
There's 2. So we got that, and I think one of the players. Yep, they're trying to figure out what to do now. I don't know either. I did not look at the rules.
Oh, there's a sheet out there that they're now consulting.
Oh, good.
You see.
I was like looking around trying to find the coordinator.
See in the corner, Jimmy and Pete are currently reading the. Yeah.
Live action.
And Eric, the Iceman, is stalking to want to get ready to make the call. So I'm sorry, Dave missed the freeze a little bit. So Potomac Night Owl is still sitting 1, which could be another, depending on where this one ends up.
Maybe
Hopefully
Jamie
not
can just
another.
Make this 2, and then he doesn't have to
But
worry
they'll
about
go.
it.
They'll just be able to go over and ask Pete
Yeah.
what
Ask
to do.
Day what's going on. All right. So we've resolved something. What did we resolve? Let's see. We'll find out.
Oh, the coordinator's now out there. Topper's out there.
Yeah, he popped out there.
I
just
think.
a second ago. All right, so I'm seeing handshakes. Does that mean it's over? On sheet A?
So ties are allowed in this Bonspiel.
Yeah, well, in pool play.
And then they look
But
at
we're
number
in
of.
the playoffs.
Oh,
look at
and then
number
they
of
break the
ends
tie based on
and
where
points
where
and-
standings were before.
Yeah.
Oh, so they don't have to throw like a last shot or like a draw or something? Skip straw or something? Okay. All
Nope.
right. So they're done.
I hate it.
That's interesting.
Stupid.
I'm sorry. I don't like it. There's like
I'm not
you
used
could
to
just
it.
throw a skip draw if you're tied and break
Well,
the tie
especially
that
if you,
way.
and if
Break
you
the
need,
tie
if
on
you
the
need
ice.
to move for time, then yeah. Do a little skip straw and you're done.
I don't know. Just because the teams that you played previously have no bearing on how you played today.
No.
And if
yeah.
you're in the playoffs, just break the tie with a skip draw if you really have to. I don't know. Okay, so
All right, so
Jamie
this is the
Jamie
last
didn't
shot.
quite make the shot that he was wanting to make on
Okay.
this last. So Dave does still have a similar freeze attempt. And he has to be full 4, maybe get a little piece of the